This program is about the wooden dolls from Springfield, Vermont. Joel A. H. Ellis was the inventor of America's first commercial jointed wooden dolls. Springfield, Vermont is a beautiful and picturesque town along the Connecticut River in southeastern Vermont. This is a bird's eye view of Springfield. Here is a view of Springfield's town square at the end of the 19th century. This is another view of Springfield, including the gazebo and Springfield House. The dolls arrived by doll carriage for an afternoon of tea and quilting. Please notice that these carriages were also made by Joel Ellis. Isn't it fun to recreate scenes of commonplace activities done in the 1870s, such as enjoying tea and quilting? Joel Ellis started one of the first commercial doll manufacturing companies in America, known as the Cooperative Manufacturing Company, whose work was done on the premises of the Vermont Novelty Goods Company. The company had about 60 employees, mostly women. It should be noted that dolls were only a small part of the many toys he manufactured. He had a catalog that contained about 30 different items, including doll carriages, sleds, wagons, building blocks, and guitar and violin cases. The Ellis patent was granted on May 20th, 1873. The Ellis joints were a mortise and tenon construction which allowed for complete range of movement, and the joints worked with uncommon ease. The dolls were constructed of rock, or commonly known as sugar maple, and had molded pewter hands and feet. The dolls were mostly 12 or 15 inches, with only a few 18 inches tall. A few black dolls were also made by special order. This one is a 12-inch model. However, due to poor sales as a result of the 1873 Depression, the Ellis dolls were only manufactured for a year, from 1873 to 1874. His other toys continued to be produced. When Joel Ellis abandoned doll making, several of his friends and fellow townsmen took up the enterprise. The makers of these dolls used each other's ideas, so it is difficult to distinguish between the later Springfield dolls for this reason. Henry Mason and Luke W. Taylor were given a patent in 1881 for a neck joint which allowed the head to revolve on a cylindrical device positioned through the shoulders and fixed with a pin. The bodies of these dolls were made of poplar instead of maple and turned on a lathe invented by Mr. Mason and Mr. Taylor. These dolls measured 11 7/8 inches tall. The arms and legs were attached with dowel pins or wire. They had black paper bands around their waist and blue painted feet. The head was molded of a composition material over a wooden core. Charles C. Johnson, a likely associate, patented this similar head in 1882. Henry Mason continued with his doll offerings until 1893, while the others went their separate ways. They were an interesting lot. Some were inventors, while others had various occupations unrelated to doll manufacturing. I would like to give special acknowledgement to Bunny Putnam and the Springfield Art and Historical Society for helping me with the historic information and photos.